rencontrer Cersei. Elle souhaite avoir nos excuses. Et il y a Tyrion, son frère, que j'adore, un de mes personnages préférés dans l'univers de Game of Thrones, la série. Tout va bien se passer, j'en suis moins sûr. Hein. Oh là là, mais regardez-moi ces animations, regardez-moi ces lumières, ces textures, les cheveux même de Mira. Tout est super beau. Et le trône de fer, mes petits bouts, il est juste devant nous. Vous vous rendez compte?
Ah, Lady Marjorie, aren't you looking lovely?
Tyrion. Je suis content de le revoir.
Tyrion, Your Grace.
Un peu moins content de voir Cersei, même si j'aime beaucoup ce personnage.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
C'est incroyable comment c'est connecté à l'univers de Game of Thrones.
Your Grace.
La reine est
Girl knows her
satisfaite.
courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Oui, je pense qu'il va falloir lui faire des bisous un peu partout
House
pour qu'elle puisse
Forrester is
nous
a
apprécier.
northern
Hein.
house loyal to the king.
Are they?
C'est
I beg
dommage.
your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Mais bien sûr qu'elle est
Perhaps you should
loyale.
ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he?
Notre loyauté
She is.
est
House Forrester's
inébranlable.
loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Merci Tyrion, j'ai le soutien de Tyrion, c'est que tout va bien.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did say
Votre
that
réponse ne l'a pas
loyalty was
satisfaite. Ah.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks.
Et merde.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying
C'est
nothing.
exactement mon choix Tyrion. Je fais exprès de répondre
Old
pas à
allegiances
côté
are
en
not
fait.
easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances.
Je vais lui faire péter un câble à
There are
Cersei.
ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies.
Mais c'est un fou ton
I'm
fils,
told there are
calme-toi.
others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Je ne dirai rien.
Perhaps not then. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
On doit lui rappeler
What would you have the
Cersei
girl
quand elle
do,
était
Cersei?
jeune.
It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we
Bien
fault her
envoyé.
for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours.
Bien
Yet
évidemment.
loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games.
Calme-toi.
Who do you choose?
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Oh, elle est pas contente, Marjorie. Je pense que j'ai fait une grosse connerie, non?
I'll walk you out.
Et heureusement que Tyrion est là. Hein. Il a un
This
cœur,
may
mais en
come as a
or.
surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were
l'aime,
brave
ce
to
Tyrion.
declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said.
Vous avez vu la démarche de Tyrion, c'est exactement la même que l'acteur, quoi.
I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what Cersei was expecting.
Je ne dis rien.
My dear sister has been known to hold a grudge.
Elle peut la
My
garder sa
sister
rancune.
and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the master of coin who decides such matters.
Le plus grand argentier,
The
c'est
crown
Tyrion.
needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester.
Yes, Tyrion.
Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance.
Petit par la taille, mais grand par le cœur.
Infuriate Cersei.
Tant que c'est le
Although
cœur.
what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you?
C'est exactement la
I'll consider.
personnalité que je voulais donner à Mira.
Now, if you
Courageuse,
excuse me, I
sensible.
promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight.
Ah, Sansa,
Three
un de mes
beautiful bottles
personnages
of Dornish
préférés.
wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North.
Ouais, ce n'est pas le
King's
Nord.
Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Oui, mais il y a une telle hypocrisie à Port-Royal que cette hypocrisie protège justement, contrairement au Nord où s'ils veulent te massacrer, ils te massacrent. Le personnage de Mira vient de s'entretenir avec Cersei et on ne lui a pas plu.
Mira, I was worried.
La servante
How was it?
de Marjorie.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather
C'est sûr.
difficult. But at
C'est
least
peu de le
it's
dire.
over now.
Elle est
Lady
inquiète, cette
Marjorie has
servante.
spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jamie. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Oui, pas que ça
What?
cape, à mon avis.
It's true. And Oberyn Martell. the
La
Red
vipère
Viper.
rouge.
I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate. From what I've heard.
Oui, avec sa sœur surtout. Il est passionné avec sa sœur.
Perhaps Lady
Sache-le.
Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
C'est vraiment la fille qui veut juste se marier et être une princesse,
I
quoi.
can only imagine what that
À
would
l'image de
be like.
Sansa dans les premières saisons de Game of Thrones.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Non, non.
He does have
No.
a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen?
Non, je ne veux
You
pas être reine.
Northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter.
Je fais attention à ce que je lui dis à elle, hein, parce qu'elle va peut-être tout répéter à Cersei. Hein.
You would have as queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister.
Brienne.
What a perfect
Elle est
match.
excellente, Brienne.
Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Waouh. Elle est pas contente.
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move.
Le plan de la table du mariage est un plan de bataille. Elle a tout à fait raison. Tout est un plan de bataille dans l'univers de Game of Thrones de toute manière.
Was rather disappointed by your display.
Oui, mais je ne le regrette pas, Marjorie, mes propos.
I'm just glad it's over.
Comme quoi, je n'ai pas été hypocrite, en fait.
Exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true
Ça,
heart, the
c'est
lords and
qu'elle le
ladies will
dit,
have
hein,
no
Marjorie.
choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Ah non, pas elle. Va-t'en, la
Whatever
servante.
you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah.
Non, non, je
There are
vais
no
pas le dire.
secrets between us.
Ah, je n'aurais rien dû lui
About
dire.
my family.
Je n'aurais dû rien lui dire.
I trust her.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Ah, elle est triste, Sarah. Et elle n'est pas contente. Oula, elle va s'en souvenir qu'on lui a pas fait confiance, mais en même
Go
temps...
on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
Elle est vraiment très bien
My
faite, hein,
mother fears our
Marjorie.
family will suffer
même
if
visage que
Ramsay is left
l'actrice.
to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this
Ça me
of
fait
you
flipper
otherwise.
tous les choix que je suis en train de
But my
faire,
mother
ça me
has
met la
left me no
pression. Est-ce que je
choice.
fais les
She
bons, est-ce que je fais les
insisted.
mauvais? Je ne sais pas.
Joffrey knows
Je ne sais
only
plus à qui
too
faire
well your
confiance.
family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my
Voilà.
lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Moi, le personnage de Marjorie, elle a beau être manipulatrice, je pense qu'elle a vraiment le cœur bon. Route royale, bois au loup. On réinterprète le personnage de Gareth l'écuyer, enfin l'ex-écuyer de la famille Forrestier. C'est quoi ces bruits chelous là? Ah non, non, maintenant il y a le cheval qui s'en va, super, très bien, je suis à pied. Il y a des bruits chelous dans la forêt, il fait nuit.
Seven Hells.
Oui, par les sept enfers, oui. Mais c'est quoi ce bruit chelou là? Ah, mais attends, c'est Allen, ça.
Play a little game, shall we?
Lord Bolton.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Ah. C'est le soldat que j'ai sauvé, lui. J'ai épargné sa vie.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to
Je
say,
suis resté caché, hein.
a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man
Mais il est
holds
horrible,
none.
ce Ramsay Snow.
Know your father is the warden of the
Enfin,
North.
Ramsay Bolton.
He does now. How much further is it to these Forresters?
Putain. Si on pouvait le
A
tuer
day,
tout de
my lord.
suite.
Two at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Ah putain, mais c'est pas possible, c'est The Sentinel, ce mec. Il entend tout, il voit tout, il sent tout. Il touche tout aussi. Peut-être un peu trop même.
Hear that?
Non,
I know I heard something.
je ne bouge pas.
Never mind.
Je bouge pas. Je vous assure que mes petits bouts, je n'arrive même plus à bouger tellement que je suis à fond dans le jeu là. Ouh là là, on va aller voir l'écorché. J'espère qu'il va bien et qu'il lui reste un tout petit peu de peau. J'ai peur de voir son visage ou de voir son corps parce qu'à mon avis, ils ont dû faire quelque chose de pas jojo. À l'image de Willow contre Warren dans la saison 6, il me semble, de Buffy. Ouf. C'est un monstre, Ramsay Bolton.